owner of Lazy O Ranch. We are a sheep farm located in the hills of Pennsylvania. We raise Coopworth sheep, which are good for both meat and wool, on our little 10 acres with chickens, horses, a dog named Nellie, and all of our kids. So I am so glad that you are here to join me, and let's get us started. Right now I am in my basement slash yarn room slash office slash family area, and we just have a lot of ground to cover, and we'll just get started. First off, I want to say that this past weekend I had the pleasure of being a vendor of Raggz Fiber Arts in Delmont, Pennsylvania, which is about 30 miles outside of Pittsburgh. And we had just a fun time. It was just Saturday from 10 to 3. My daughter and I took our newest camper van out. So we spent the night, and we just had a nice time of mother-daughter bonding. Next day we woke up and started setting up our booth. I do have a little snippet of us setting up our booth. As you can see, as you will see, my daughter is not very fond of the camera, and she really didn't appreciate her mom filming her, but it's what this mom does, and she's just gonna have to love me despite being forced to look into the camera. But we had a great time, met a lot of great people that we have seen at our other shows, and a lot of the vendors were phenomenal with the yarns that they had and the products and their knitted items for sale. And it was just an amazing show. There were probably around 20 plus vendors, and just a quaint, nice show. Couldn't have asked for a better one. So I would like to share with you the couple items that I decided I definitely needed and could not resist. So the first item that I had purchased is from Dusty Tree. It is a wool wash, and I cannot wait to wash my yarns in this wool wash. So I have a feeling it's going to be great. It smells wonderful. Nothing can go wrong there. So I will give you an update as to how that washes my wool and my yarn. I get to soak my yarn after I dye it in that wool wash. So I will let you know how it goes. The second item that I purchased was from Yakagani Yarns from my friend Carrie, and it is in her Highland sock, the Great Pumpkin. Isn't that the coolest? My daughters will both be receiving a pair of this neat colorway right here. And like I said, it's Yakagani Yarns, which honestly I had to ask Carrie how to pronounce it, because by looking at it, it looked like Yuhihani. I just couldn't grasp how to say it. So Yakagani Yarns going to be making some socks out of this called the Great Pumpkin. And here I'm going to unravel it and show you how it's all dyed up. Some speckling right in there, which is going to be cool. Orange and green. This is going to be so much fun. I just can't wait to knit this up into socks. And I know my girls are excited about it too. So those are the two items that I had purchased, and it was, we just had a blast. Aussie was felting mice. She herself, although I don't have it with me, she bought some dyed locks, which are beautiful. My Aussie loves to felt hedgehogs, so it's going to work out perfect with having those dyed locks.
Yes, it does.
Aussie. So how's it going?
It's kind of like Mom, put that away.
This is my assistant. She's helping me out today. It's Mario.
Okay, next we are moving on to finished products or finished knitted projects that I have done. And 2 of them are vests and the other one is my brioche sample. So here is my one vest, and I did a blog post on it, but I really like how it turned out. This is in my 2-ply Coopworth and worsted weight, and it just looks really nice as a vest. It is a pattern that I am still experimenting with, and want to get out to some of my friends that want to knit it up for me and test it for me, so I can't wait to do that. But I did make another vest because what I honestly was aiming for was a crop vest, and I really didn't gauge my swatch out correctly, which honestly I don't normally. I swatch things, and I still can't get the numbers right, but I at least make a swatch. And what I do with a swatch, let's say this is a swatch right here, and I'll measure it around my waist and count how many times it'll go around my waist. So that's just the way I do it. I've still got to practice on how to correctly get my swatches to measure out right. I know there's a method, I just haven't figured it out yet. But this is what I did. The second one I made, and it's a crop vest. I like things that you can wear with button-up shirts, so I make a lot of vests that look great with it. I make a lot of sweaters that look great with button-up shirts. So this is the other thing that I made, and I'll be sending the pattern out to my friends. I cannot wait till they test it out for me, and so I can get that published and out for you guys. So the other finished project that I have, it really is not a project per se, but I wanted to learn how to do brioche, and I read this book, and I could do brioche with one color, figured it out, no problem. But I wanted to do 2 colors, and that's where I got hung up big time. It took me 2 days to figure it out. I had the book in front of me, reading it, and then I found a couple videos on YouTube to help me out. And finally, after the second day, I could finally brioche. So I was really happy about it. I had chosen 2 yarns for my son that I'm going to make a sweater for, not a sweater, but a scarf for. But this is one side, the brioche with the green, and then the other side is blue. And I'll be showing you how that turns out. The blue is an experimental yarn that I dyed up. I want to see how it looks before, to determine whether I like it or not. But so far, honestly, I like it, and my little boy does too. So that'll be one of my projects that I'll be gearing up to make for him. So that is the end of the projects that I have finished. I wish I had more finished, but I don't. I do have a lot of projects in queue, so I have a lot to do. Now, this first project that I have to get finished was supposed to be finished for Christmas. My son wanted a vest. He wears a lot of button-up shirts for his school, and so I started making him a vest. I got quite a bit done, and you would think that I could easily get the rest of it done because this is like over half of the project. Well, I was making a design for him that would kind of go across his chest, and he told me he didn't care for it. So I frogged it and left it, and I gotta pick it back up and finish it. Right now he thinks his mom is not gonna finish it for him, but shh, I plan to finish it for him for Christmas so he can wear to school. But yep, this is the bottom half of the vest, and the rest of it should come easy. I think I'm just gonna make it plain. He seems to like plain more than having a design. It might be a man or a boy thing. I'm not quite sure, but he didn't want anything to go across. And then these next two projects are projects that I've had, and they I've just come to a standstill. I just can't get past what's going on right now. So this one right here is the Find Your Fade. I found my fade, but the fade is just on standstill. So here it is. I absolutely love how it's working out, but I've just gotten, you know, there's so much counting involved that I just can't, I'm not able to get past that. Right now I just need some in-between projects that work up really fast to help me get through, and then I can go back to this, finish it up. Hopefully by the end of this year I will have my Find Your Fade shawl that I can show off for 2018. The other project that is on standstill is this one right here, and this is a sweater. Now I love the texture, I love the cable. I plan to make this, write this up as a pattern, but when I did it I counted enough stitches that would fit me, but I always forget that when you cable it kind of tugs in, so it kind of shrinks. So I'm going to have to block it to make sure it even fits me. And another thing that's going on right now is it's gray. I love this natural color Coopworth. It's 2-ply Coopworth worsted from my own sheep. I love the natural color, but I have so much gray in my closet that I just need to shake it up a little bit. And I don't know if I can just wear another gray one. But I probably can dye it after I get the sweater made, and I think it's going to be something yoke. I'm not going to do raglan sleeves, but I'm going to do a 3/4 sleeve. So I can't wait to get that one done after I figure out if I need to scrap it and start all over again. I'm just not quite sure. So let's see. The other project that I have going on is from my drop spindle. Every time I do a show, what I like to do instead of knitting, I love knitting, but a lot of people knit. I take my, so the other thing I do is I do my drop spindle, which this is one that my husband made me. It has a walnut whorl and a maple shaft right there. I love spinning with this. It's been so easy. So this is a single right here that I plan to ply with this other single. So from all my shows I was able to get this much, which I haven't a clue how much it does weigh, but I'll be able to, after I'm done, ply them both together, and that'll be some sock yarn. This is from my own Coopworth. This one I had dyed up with some salmon, blue, and gray. I don't know if you really can see the colors there, but I can't wait to get that done. It's going to look really pretty. Okay, I almost forgot about this one project, which is in my twisted yarn and fiber bag. But this is, yes, another project, and I just started it last night, and it is so much fun. I am making a shawl, and this is from my rose wine DK weight colorway. So it has some speckles in it. It has just variegations and speckles and a whole neat bundle of things. Right here, it is right here. And I only worked on it for maybe an hour, and it is so much fun. It's called the Bella Shawl. I'm not quite sure who makes it, but let me look. It is from an Annie Lee Baker, and it is really good. Pretty easy, pretty quick to knit up. So hopefully, who knows, I'll hopefully have it done next week. I do have to get some projects done because I'm actually running out of knitting needles to house everything that I want to do. So yes, I have to start getting things done and hopefully try not to start anything else, which is always difficult because I have all these ideas and projects that I see and I want to do, and it's hard to refrain from doing anything new. So we have that right there, and we are off to the next thing, and that is, I think I see everything right here, but it is what is up and coming with what my husband does, which is he does woodwork off a wood lathe, and he loves making yarn bowls. So this newest yarn bowl is so cool. So we have, that's a yarn bowl right here. Comes with a handle, a lid, which has a hole. This hole is for putting your knitting needles down through, and they'll go right into the ball. Yeah, it's kind of messy in there, but it's all housed in one thing. So this is his newest project. He has been making them with lids, and so you take your knitting needles and you put them down through, and you put them right in the hole, and it just houses everything. He's been making bowls with lids. Everybody's enjoying them a lot better because they might have a crazy cat, silly cat, even a dog that will get into their yarn and just go wild with it. So they are liking the lids because it contains yarn and nothing can get at it, not even dirt or anything else. So yes, he's been making a lot more yarn bowls with lids, which they just love. I have come up with quite a few new dyed yarn variations, and on Friday I will be showcasing, uploading all my variations into our Etsy shop, and I cannot wait until I reveal them to you. So you know, I will let you know on Friday when they are available and you can see them, and I just can't wait to show you. It's always exciting when I come up with, when I put new yarn variations, color variations into the Etsy shops that I have going on right now. I'll probably start a lot more. Hopefully I will be finishing these ones up soon. So let's move on to the next subject. I would like to share with you my upcoming shows. This year has been completely amazing. We've had so many shows this year, met with so many great people that I see at other shows. They show me the projects that they have knitted with the yarns that they purchased from me, and they show me what they're doing and everything that is involved with their life, their family, just everything. It's been a great year, and but this year is coming to an end, and I have 4 more shows that are on queue, before 2018 starts. So this coming Saturday, we will be at the Millheim Fiber Fest in Millheim, Pennsylvania. That is a local fiber fest that is about 15 minutes away from me, and I meet up with a lot of great people and my friends from the Knitting Guild there. Then the next festival will be the Maryland Alpaca and Fleece Festival, and that will be the second Saturday of November, and we will be there with all of our goodies in Barn 3. So I hope, you know, if you can't do Pennsylvania, hopefully I'll see you in Maryland. The next show after that will be the Friday and Saturday after Thanksgiving. That will be the Delmarva Fiber Fest in Ocean City, Maryland. It'll be nice to go to Ocean City. I don't ever think I've been there. Hopefully, you know, it's hard to say what the weather will be like. You think Ocean City and warm. I think it's going to be cooler just because it's November, but we'll see. And then the last one of the year will be Merry Millheim, which is again in Millheim, Pennsylvania, and that is when a whole bunch of craftsmen from the area come in, and they sell what they make with their hands, and it's just an amazing show. So hopefully I will be able to see you guys, you know, at one of these shows. We can meet up and talk for a little while. Thanks so much for joining me. I'm glad you are here. Hopefully you're just knitting while I'm talking to you, but you have a great day. I will talk to you later, and take it easy. Bye.